And welcome back, everybody. In the last video, we switched all of our brown minions out for green minions. We're going to need them to clear out some poison for us. We're only taking a couple of minions with us, though, because we're actually going to have a hard time getting rid of them, basically, in order to replace them with blues, before we're really going to need much of anything else. We have to send them across that little land bridge, and then we go through the water.
I might have known that the blues would find somewhere nice and damp to hide. Go forth, sire, and retrieve their hive.
And so we'll let the greens clear a path for us. And we are ready to go in.
Quick, follow them!
And just like how the cave where we got the greens was designed, this cave is designed to pretty much teach us all of the advantages of the blues.
As you can see, Lord, the blues are not adept fighters. But they can resurrect fallen minions. As you can see, sire, blues can cross water. You will need their skills to retrieve that hive.
So there are the two main abilities that the blues do offer to your group. They can resurrect fallen minions. They also can go across water. And right here is the reason that I did not take any other minions with me, is that we have gotten to water.
Turn it to the tower and bring our boys home.
So we did not have any way to keep
Will help carry the blue hive back to the tower.
our greens from having to try to cross this water. And over here are the spawning pits for all of the other colors, so this is where we really have to get them to be able to put them back and switch out to the blues.
Green hive.
So I will actually go ahead and let them die off here and hope they're within range for the blues to come over and save them, which they are. That's the only way you could get them across. But if you get here with a full group, then you can't even summon any blues to try to use this trick.
Okay.
And it can take a couple of times of letting them die before, instead of resurrecting them there on that center island, that they do take them all the way to this side. But it looks like we should get it done this time. Nope, he still took him to the center island. Okay, so now we've got them all across. So we'll go ahead and put the greens back. For the rest of this cave, we'll just be using the blues. Well, not for the rest of the cave, but for most of the time.
We need that blue hive. Blue life force, sire. I don't think I need to tell you what that is good for.
So we're going to go ahead and collect a little bit more life force so that we can have a full group of blues. There is another path over here on this side that can let us go rescue some blues. You have to sweep the blues down in and have them distract some birds, and it's a very big hassle that usually just does not work very well at all for me, from where it relies on you using the sweeping motion. So I always find it easier just to go ahead and go a little further into the cave.
Deal damage to magical beings, like this wisp.
Collect some life force from these wisps and beetles. And then, once I have enough to get a full group of blues, go back and summon the rest of them and start carrying the hive forward. And just in front of where we took this little side path, there was a place where there was water spraying up out of the ground. And there was a rock beside it that we could use our minions to move the rock. When we moved that rock, it would have shown us that that helped take pressure away from the water coming from the ground. And it would have shown us the rock that's up here. So, while I'm already over on this path, I'm going to go ahead and move this rock. You won't really see how I would have known that I needed to come up here, but when I'm down there I'll show you what we would have seen. And the way it panned up and showed the rock that's up here, even if we had moved the other one first, which is right there beside the geysers, it would have panned up and shown that one, so you would have seen where the other rock was that you needed to go to. Fortunately, they do give you plenty of opportunity to collect blue life force in here, because we will need a decent bit of it to get all the way through. And now we need to backtrack to pick up the rest of our group of blues and to have them start carrying the hive forward. This cave, unfortunately, in my opinion, is not designed very well. It does a couple of times require you to come back to this point and either refill your group or switch which color of minions you're using. It's a bit frustrating to have to come back here, get blues so that you can get through some water somewhere, and then come back and put the blues back and get a different color so that they'll be able to fight something that your blues have gotten to. It's not any kind of challenge. It's not difficult at all. It's just tedious. So it's a bit frustrating at times. So here is the geyser I was talking about, what's straight ahead of us. And right here beside it is the first rock. So if you moved this rock, you would have gotten the cutscene that pans up and shows you where that other one is up on the hill there. And I actually think that we are to the point where we need to switch which type of minions we're using. Because our blues are just not powerful enough to take on that. So we're actually going to need to go back and switch out to green minions, or what really will work best against him. I'm not sure where they are with the hive either. They should have made it this far by now. I must have left a mushroom or two that was blocking the path that they just can't get past.
It has a soft spot between its ears. Target its head, Master!
And there they are with the hive. Yeah, so that mushroom was going to have been blocking them, I think. Well, and I'm going to have them move it because it's blocking my path. So let's let them carry it up out of the way a little bit. And that should be a good place that I should be able to get around, except I got further than I expected. Okay, so I can fit past it. So we'll go ahead and go down here and switch to blues. And, well, switch from our blues to some greens. And in the next video, we will go and try to deal with that worm. It probably will take a whole nother trip. He probably will wipe out this group of 15 greens and we'll have to take another one. But we will see. And we will just go from there.